Nintendo earned a few dubs at the Game Awards, but the week was bigger and sweeter for Switch because of all the announcements. Today I'm proud to bring you 7 new Switch games that are heating up our hybrid console, and we're gonna check out the trailers together to see if they're cool or absolutely ugly. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Smash that like button. Let me know what you think of the games in the comments down below. Cyberpunk is all the rage, but there's more than just one game. CD Projekt Red did put Witcher 3 on Switch. Cyberpunk, I'm not sure it ever gets there, but these 7 will still provide plenty of fun. Dicey Dungeons. This is my kind of game. You got dice, you got a game show, you got freaking roguelike elements, you got card game elements, you got board game elements, and you got math. Well, not a ton of math, but just as much math as any other deck builder. This is a phenomenal game that came out a while back on PC, and I loved it. But I didn't put as much time in as I wanted to because I knew eventually it would hit the Switch. And it finally is December 15th. This is a must-buy. Unless like you absolutely hate numbers, it's a must-buy. This might not be Katana Zero Celeste Echelon, but it's right below it. I think it's fantastic. If you like things like Slay the Spire, this is right up your alley. If you like things like SteamWorld Quest, right up your alley, which by the way just came out on iOS. Awesome game for $10 on iOS. Fantastico. But Dicey Dungeons, you're building up these dice, you're fighting crazy weird monsters, eventually reaching the boss battles, and trying to escape this circus queen's evil plan. So many different dungeons to dive into, increasing difficulty, and it's just, I don't know, it's addictive and fun. It's perfect for me, and I'm so glad it's hitting Switch next freaking week. We knew this one would eventually happen, but it's still swell to get confirmation. Persona 5 Scramble hits on February 23rd of next year, coming out in 2 months. It's not Persona 5, which I think some players would have preferred. It's much more of a Musou-style game. We're talking hack and slash, but if you like Hyrule Warriors and how that kind of riffed on the traditional Zelda formula, maybe you like how this riffs on the Persona formula. And I do think if this performs well, it could lead to us getting P5 proper on Switch. So all the styles here, totally different gameplay. All the characters are here, totally different action, but I love the Phantom Thieves, and I think it has some of the best aesthetic ever actualized in video gaming. I'm telling you, this UI is brilliant, and a lot of the color schemes and a lot of the graphical styles are being borrowed from the main game over here in this version. If you're a fan of Persona or a fan of Hyrule Warriors, if Age of Calamity got you going, this could be for you. It came out a while back in Japan. You probably have seen it before, but it's finally coming to the West on February 23rd. And it could be really fun. I know a lot of people love Age of Calamity. Taking on a lot of bad dudes. It's not the RPG, JRPG combat, you know, that the franchise is known for. But again, we need a big Persona game on Switch. And I think P5 is our best bet if this does well. You guys planning on picking it up? Oh, where's to next? P5 Royal? Switch. Prepare to be brain warped. Amplitude Studios release Dungeon of the Endless. Then Amplitude Studios announced Endless Dungeon. They may not be creative in the naming department, but I think this roguelike is going to be good. We've got a guitarist. Oh yeah, octopus on the keys. It's easy to play piano with proficiency when you got 8 arms. The Limb Lord. The Lyric Lord. This trailer's like a vibe right now. I like this. Plague Doctor. It almost gives you like Hero Shooter vibes. Like this could be an Overwatch expansion trailer. But it's a roguelike, and it's so weird that it's Endless Dungeon. They're just like flipping their game title around. But this is a Switch exclusive coming in 2021. And it looks really good. I know roguelikes are a dime a dozen, but you know, when they hit it right, if this game does hit it right, something like Dead Cells, like it is such a serendipitous feeling to get in and upgrade and move through and progress. Give us that gameplay. We're ready for it. There we go. It looks very, very moody. I hope the gameplay does some different things. You always need to be a little bit different, but I like the little mouths that are all coming in crazy. Cooperative, Switch, Endless Dungeon. It could be sweet. What do you guys think? This one's interesting because I thought this game looked incredible when it was for other consoles. But Sea of Solitude has been picked up by Quantic Dream. Strange get for them, but they're publishing the director's cut on Nintendo Switch March 4th. A couple months away. The monsters are coming, and they're freaky. It reminds me of like Limbo in 3D. So pretty. And so furry. So spooky. So ugly. But so pretty. It's like puzzle platforming with a lot of boating. Yeah, this looks fun. I'm glad it's coming to Switch. This was like a nice indie pickup on other platforms, and now it's hitting Switch like every game. Like, it's just about to be the best platform ever created. Like, literally, the game lineup for this system it's going to rival Super Nintendo as Nintendo's very, very best, I think. Yeah, sign me up. March 4th? What do you guys think? This looks pretty good, right? So much good music today, man. Only on Nintendo Switch. Director's Cut, Quantic Dream. Why are you picking this up? You normally don't do games like this at all. But with new script, new voice, new photo mode, gyroscope support, and more, I'm intrigued. Heatwave. No date. But Russia's invaded Alaska after climate change has caused chaos. You got to survive, craft, loot, plunder. No date on this game, like I said. And that's the thing I noticed at the Game Awards. So many games are just like, we don't know when it's coming out, but cheer for the title card. I think you got to have gameplay. I wish there was a rule that you have to show gameplay to announce your game. Because if it's just an idea or a concept, anybody can make a sizzle reel that looks hot. But it's when you actually have to develop, that's where things get tricky. So this is like XCOM style combat. It doesn't look like my cup of tea, and I do love tea, but it doesn't look for me. But I do know a lot of people like these games where you can kind of work together, squad up, move through, militaristic, but also like crafting, looting, survival, interesting elements. And I mean, the climate change idea is intriguing. Like, the world's been ruptured because of heat, and you got to push back the invading forces from Alaska, which no longer looks very cold. That's kind of a conundrum. But yeah, this doesn't look for me. No date. Is it for you? Let's get weird and wild with Heaven's Vault, January 28th.
It's a science. It's the reconstruction of the past.
So many IGF awards and other indie crowns.
I dig stuff up.
This reminds me of like Obra Dinn, but it's about language and uncovering,
every ancient inscription
discovering
I
language.
decipher
Very unique concept, very cerebral.
Piece of the puzzle. Every moon I sail to reveals a new path to explore.
It's like historical, but also space.
And every new discovery can change the story entirely.
When I think indie, this is what I think of. Games that really have like their own thing, unlike anything you ever experienced AAA. Now we have so many indies that try to make AAA games but smaller. But this is the kind of thing, I don't know if this will be for me or for you, but it's such an intriguing concept. Would you want to play something like this? Discovering a language, just like Rosetta Stone gamified? It could be cool. It really could. I mean, we know it's cool because it won all those awards, but it could be cool on Switch too. Disco Elysium is an epic RPG, one that was beloved when it came out on PC, and it's coming to Switch next summer. A director's cut that's hitting the other consoles, I think, a little bit earlier, but it's coming to Switch in summer. We had heard rumor that this was coming a while back, and now it's actualized. And you it's the final cut, not just the director's cut, but like you have so much choice in building your character, and it's apparently like really good dialogue, really like ability based as you kind of manipulate your character, and that changes the way you interact with the world so much. I'm actually very excited to play this. It's not really a YouTube-y type game, but it's one to just like sink your teeth into on your own time, I think. Apparently the story's crazy.
Welcome to reality, baby.
Sure thing, champ. Lead the way.
If you could only find your gun.
It's okay.
With full voice acting for every single one.
Big deal for a isometric perspective game like this. That man looks giant.
I'm going to unplug the microphone, okay?
And leave a bigger mark behind you in new quests.
You're big boy, you can handle it.
It's just got such a lovely look, too. It's such a vibe type game, you know? They're just really setting the tone.
Enjoy the definitive edition of this hit.
Yeah, it's March on PS5 and PS4, and then it's summer for Switch. But at least we're still getting it, okay? And by that time, we might have a Switch Pro, which would be kind of fun to see. Are you intrigued by this? I know a lot of people love this game, and it's perfect for handheld on the go, digging all those hours. Let me know what you think in the comments. Well, there you have it. 7 Switch games, and Dicey Dungeons has to be the top pick, although a few of those others look interesting as well. Endless Dungeon, okay, bringing Heaven's Vault over to the system is intriguing, and, you know, Persona 5 Scramble could be fun, especially if you are a fan of Hyrule Warriors or Persona. But I'm just pumped that the games keep coming even as the year rolls to an end. December is actually loaded for Switch. Doom Eternal, Immortals, Dicey Dungeons, and more. Cannot wait to see what the rest of the month holds. I'll be back next week. Let me know which games you're excited about grabbing or keeping an eye on in the comments down below. Smash that like button. Thanks again for all your support. I love you guys a lot. Make sure you're staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy out there. Be good to yourself and others. And until next time, thanks again. SwitchForce out.